So let's talk first about the Maqqef. What is a Maqqef? In your grammar, you'll see it's the first paragraph that deals with it, the paragraph 4. So we'll come back and look at the details in a second. First of all, let's go out into the jungle, so to speak, and look at some examples. Here's a text from the book of Exodus that talks about Moses, out working with the tzon, the flock, and this is where just before the burning bush story. There are 3 examples of Maqqef in this little passage. One is right here, one is right here, and one is right here. Before the Maqqef was there, you would have pronounced this word would have been ate instead of et. Right now it's et because it has a segol, but a dictionary form of this is ate. So something's happened to the vowel from the dictionary form of it to what's there now. And it's pronounced, it would have been ate tzon, but with that little dash there it becomes et tzon. Second example here, same thing has happened to ate has become et. There's the Maqqef, and this now word is hatzon, the flock. This means just flock, this is the flock. And when we pronounce it in Hebrew, without the Maqqef it would have been ate hatzon, but with the Maqqef it becomes et hatzon. And finally, third example here, to the mountain, el, plus the Maqqef, har, pronounced without the Maqqef it would have been el har, but with the Maqqef it's el har. Just a slight difference, but already from those 3 examples I'll bet you can start to see a pattern emerging. Let's go back and look at what the grammar says about these things. Number 1, what does it look like? The Maqqef is this short horizontal stroke. Okay, it sits between 2 words and joins them. Joins 2 or more words together. That's the second thing to know about it. And when those words are joined, they become one speech unit. Instead of being pronounced as though they're separate words, they're pronounced as one speech unit. And what that implies, or what that demands, is that there's only going to be one primary accent, and that accent, the fourth thing here, is going to fall on the last word in the syllable, or in the unit. So accent gets pushed to the end, which is the normal pattern in Hebrew pronunciation. And in this case, since it's become one unit, the first word kind of loses its accent. And what do we mean by that? When you think through what that actually comes down to, it often means that vowels reduce. They change from being long forms to short forms. What do I mean long and short? Well, that's every class of vowels. They're long shorts of the A-class vowels. There's long forms of the A-class vowels, and E, I, O, U. All of them have long and short forms. And so typically what happens that if a word has a long form in the dictionary form, a long vowel in the dictionary form, when it gets joined with a Maqqef to a following word, oftentimes it'll lose some of the length of the vowel. It'll take up one of the short forms of the same class of vowel. So this usually happens with monosyllabic words, single syllable words, and he's given us a whole collection of them here at the bottom of this paragraph. So often when you see these words, not all the time, but often when you see these words, they will be not in their dictionary form, but in their Maqqef form, the form that results when you connect them to the next word with a Maqqef. So it's not a real tough concept. It's very, very much like a hyphen in English, only in English, when you hyphenate things, they don't necessarily become one speech unit, though they become kind of one sense unit. So that's the deal on Maqqef. And when you take a look at the quiz now, hopefully you'll see exactly what the answers are. The Maqqef's short horizontal stroke used to indicate what? It's the connection of 2 or more words. What happens when this happens? The words become what? They become one pronunciation unit. So that's it for Maqqef.